Good morning from Dawson City, Yukon. Unfortunately, this is our last little time here. Again, this is one of my favorite places, but had a good 2 nights stay at the Sourdough, what was it, not Sourdough, Bonanza Creek Gold Campground. So it was pretty comfortable. And rode the bike a little bit, enjoyed things a little bit. There was some smoke, some forest fire smoke, because, well, it's that time of year and it's that place. So we're going to get on the ferry, which happens to be on the other side of the river right now. We're going to jump on the ferry and prepare to large trucks and buses, small vehicles. Well, we're not a truck, but we have a trailer, RVs. Let's get in the right lane. Canadians are sticklers about shit like that. If you're in the wrong lane, you can start over. Alright, well, we have a couple of minutes to kill here, so why don't y'all enjoy the Yukon? Sunrise. The sun is actually rising behind us, not in front of us, but today is going to be Dawson City, Yukon to Fairbanks, Alaska. 500 miles or so. Shouldn't be too bad. I don't know. This is top of the world highway, so these are kind of my stomping grounds. I know my way around here pretty well. This is gold country. This is the depth of gold country, pretty much. You are in the Klondike gold fields. Legend says they used to walk around with 5-gallon buckets and fill them with gold nuggets. Not so sure that's the truth, but not even sure they had 5-gallon buckets back then. In fact, they probably didn't. But it's a fun legend. And probably to a certain extent it's true. Meanwhile, the mighty Yukon rolls on. Well, there is, of course, a little bittersweetness to this. I will be back in my homeland of Alaska shortly, but also I'm leaving the Yukon, which would be a home of choice. And it's the last day of my little road trip here, so I better make it good, eh? This will be fun. Let's watch this. I don't know if you can tell from the video, but that current is moving pretty fast. Probably 10 to 15 knots, if not a little bit more. So these ferry drivers are pretty skilled to be able to work with that current and still tuck these bad boys in. I don't think they'll ever build a bridge across here. I think the banks are too unstable or something. I don't know. There's also some mystique to taking the ferry, which is kind of cool. runs 24/7 in the summertime or in the wintertime. In the summertime, I don't know if this part of the Yukon freezes or not. I bet it does. I'm sure it does. I have no doubt that it does. But it's still a moving river, man. There's going to be a little pucker factor driving across this in the wintertime when it's frozen. I'm going to turn a little heat on here. Turn the AC off. Turn the heat on. It is 50 degrees outside. After coming off about 75 yesterday, but that's normal. What is this guy doing? I didn't get waved in. Alright, this guy's waving me now. Smiling. You know what I'm saying? Alright. This guy was here yesterday, of course. These ferries typically work with the current, I guess, where they have, wow, they say the Yukon's low. It looks, I don't know, I can't tell. I guess I haven't seen this part of the country enough to know. It seems high to me. is typically broken. I think it's broken on the other side too, so it's going to suck on either side. I thought they paved most of Top of the World. I was wrong. They paved about 10 miles of it. There's 140 to pave. So pick up some bumps and some mud today. That was fun. Now they don't moor, they just keep the engines at idle and pushes up against the we should get it started. Pushes up against the bank, and that's how they stay in place. Were you just naturally assuming?